Hi everyone, I'm Paige Abbott, and this is your weekly recovery message. This week I wanted to talk to you out there who are parents in recovery from addiction. I see a lot of parents. Some are parents of older children who are adults, some are parents of very young children, and there are some kind of common questions and common issues that come up. One of the big ones is, as parents, regardless of whether you have addiction or not, we all want to do the best that we can by our children. So a lot of times people are getting caught up in what's right and what's wrong when it comes to parenting. And I would caution you, if you find yourself in this mentality, that getting caught in those dichotomies of right, wrong, good, bad is really addictive thinking. That in reality, there typically are not sort of right and wrong solutions to things, that all we can do is aim for the best and the healthiest decision that we can make in that moment with the information that's available to us. So rather than getting paralyzed by searching for the right answer or the right thing to do, what I would encourage you to do is to take a step back and look at your feelings as well as your intuition and any feedback that you may be getting from people around you. Doesn't mean that the feedback you're getting is determinant of the best thing to do, but when you put all of that together, you can then make the decision of what seems like the best thing to do to handle a situation that may be coming up. Some bigger issues that tend to come up in parenting when you have the disease is fear of the disease manifesting in children. Or if you're already noticing the disease manifesting in your child or children, there can be a lot of feelings that come up related to that. And what a lot of parents will find themselves doing, the disease pulls them into wanting to control. So wanting to fix, manage, and control the behaviors that they're seeing to somehow convince themselves that that will prevent their child from going down the path that they themselves have experienced. There's a lot of inherent issues in that line of thinking. One is that this is a genetic disease. So if you're seeing early warning signs and manifestations, it may be very difficult, if not impossible, to stop or halt the progression of the disease. However, you can promote openness and awareness and information within your family. So I encourage parents, when they have the disease, to be very open about talking about their own addiction, meaning you don't have to give the war stories and the details of what happened when you were active in your disease, but it is important for children to know that there is addiction in the family and what this means and what this could look like, so that they have that awareness at sort of as young of an age as possible, because often kids will be exposed to not just substances, but other behaviors that can be forms of escape from very early ages. But hands down, the best gift that you can give to your children as a parent with addiction is the gift of your own recovery. So the disease will try to convince you that it's more important to focus on other people. So make sure that they're happy, taken care of, control their behaviors, try to fix what's happening for them. But in reality, the energy and the effort primarily needs to be put into your own health and your own recovery. So through modeling of dealing with feelings, coping with issues, being honest, being vulnerable, engaging in self-care, and doing whatever other activities are part of your personal recovery, including abstaining from drugs, alcohol, and other behaviors that are problematic for you, this is the best way to promote that change in culture in the family. Some other issues that tend to come up for parents are feelings. So feelings of fear, related to, what if my child manifests this disease? What if they go down the same path as me? Which is also linked to feelings of anger, resentment, or even hatred about having the disease yourself. These are all issues that definitely need to be explored in the context of your own recovery with your own recovery supports. And there can be a lot of shame did I cause this? Is it because of me that some of these issues may be manifesting in my child or in the relationship? So it's important to use your recovery tools to process any of those feelings that are coming up. Other feeling that a lot of parents are hesitant to explore are feelings of resentment. So most parents do have some resentment that comes up towards their children, but parents may be reluctant to acknowledge that because somehow that makes them a bad or an unloving parent, which isn't true at all. It's just part of human relationships that things will happen and issues come up that prompt resentment in us. So it's very important that you get honest with your feelings, like I said, about the relationship with your child. If there's resentment there, if there's sadness, if there's fear, if there's shame, but then also making sure that you attend to your own recovery and look at your own feelings towards your disease. And if there is some fear that your child is going to discover this or have this disease, then you're discovering that you may be carrying some lack of acceptance or some feelings of, like I said, resentment or sadness or even hate towards your own disease, which is obviously something that needs to be looked at for your own health and well-being. Thanks for listening. There's lots to talk about in the realm of parenting, and I'm sure I could keep going, but I do like to keep these messages fairly short. This is something I'm sure I'll explore in future weeks, and if there's any specific topics related to this or anything else to do with addiction and recovery that you'd like to hear, just let us know at info@humassociates.net. That's all for me. Wishing you the best in your ongoing journey of recovery for the week ahead, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.